Hi, my name is Jessica, and I am a life coach for people who have experienced betrayal trauma. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about shifting your mindset after you've experienced betrayal trauma to reclaim your self-worth if you are somebody that has started to blame yourself for the things that have happened to you. This is one of the hardest things to do after being betrayed, especially if you are inclined to blaming yourself. So if you have experienced past trauma, you are even more susceptible to blaming yourself. So a lot of times it's easier to blame yourself than it is to think that somebody you really truly love and trust could betray you, right? So it's easier to say, oh, there's something wrong with me, like I didn't give my partner enough, and that's why he cheated on me. So that's number one is wrong, and number two is dangerous. And that can be very, very hard to accept and very hard to understand. It can be even harder, especially if your partner is also blaming you. So I just want to start giving you some things to think about and some questions to start asking yourself to start changing that mindset and start shifting it a little bit and to start tricking you into thinking that you are not the problem. And it's not a trick because it's actually the truth. So instead of asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Ask yourself, why did they make that choice? That's a very subtle shift, and initially you might still come up with the same answer, and you might still blame yourself. But I want you to stop saying, what did I do wrong? And to start asking yourself, why did they make that choice? And that's something that if you wanted to start meeting with me through life coaching, we can kind of dissect that on a more nuanced and personal level and try to uncover why they made that decision. So their betrayal is a reflection of their integrity, not your value, okay? So your value does not depend on somebody else's decisions. And if that's something you struggle with, maybe write this down on a sticky note somewhere where you will see it a lot. I want you to write down, their betrayal is a reflection of their integrity, not my value. Your partner's betrayal does not define your worth. For example, would you ever, if a friend came to you and told you that they had been betrayed, would you ever tell them that they deserved to be betrayed? No, you would not. So that's another thing to start thinking about to kind of shift that mindset, is that you would never tell somebody very close to you that you love, that you know is a good person, that they deserve to be betrayed. You would never say that. So don't say it to yourself. And instead of saying, I wasn't enough, I want you to say, I was more than enough, but they failed to appreciate it. Something else that some people find really helpful is writing a letter to yourself as if you were talking to somebody that you love. So I want you, if that's something that you can do, I want you to write a letter to yourself as if you were somebody that you love, and do it in a very kind and very gentle way, and say the things that are very kind, like you deserve love, you deserve somebody that does not betray you, you did not deserve this, they disrespected you. I want you to say things that you would say to somebody like a friend or, somebody that you love. All of these things might feel really silly and insignificant, but if you start doing them every day and you work at it and you try to do it every single day, and if you write these things down and you start repeating them, it will actually start to help you shift your mindset. And it does take time. It actually does take time and a lot of work. So it's not something that you can just turn off. And I know that from personal experience. So I know it's not easy and it is going to take work, but there are things that can help you, like these little mindset shifts that we can start to get you through this time where you're blaming yourself. And then beyond that, some really important things to keep in mind is just continuing to do things that you really enjoy. And I know that can also be really hard, and you might feel like you're not enjoying anything right now. If you are at the point where you're really not enjoying anything, it might be worth talking about getting therapy. And I'm not trying to say that in like a disrespectful way or like a demeaning way, but actually, like, getting into therapy can be very, very beneficial to start unpacking all of this stuff and help you start to find joy in some of the things that you used to love, or finding new things that you didn't know that you might like. So if you have any questions about these mindset shifts, that's really hard for me to say. I would be happy to answer questions. If you want some more ideas on things that you can start to tell yourself so you can shift these thought processes a little bit to be more positive, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to make another video if it would be helpful. And other than that, take care of yourself, do some self-care, take a bubble bath, eat some ice cream, and yeah, have a great day.